Hey Pokemon fans, do you enjoy our content? If so, consider contributing to our Patreon. As little as $3 to $5 a month goes a long way, and it helps us to create content for years to come. While you're here, want to know the best place to purchase all your TCG needs? Sunshine Games has everything you need at unbeatable prices. Their location in Tampa, Florida is also the friendliest place to go to shop, play, and relax. Check out sunshinegamesonline.com or come by the shop. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hello everyone, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day so far. And if you are, we're gonna make it even better. And if you're not, well, I hope this video cheers you up. Today, we're going to be doing a deck profile on my Glaceon VStar deck here. Now, I love Glaceon so much. I've probably told this story a lot of times. For those of you who are joining us for the first time and don't know, you could kind of consider Glaceon my starter Pokemon, because my first ever experience into the Pokemon TCG was the Frost Ray structure deck all the way back from Black and White Plasma Free. So yeah, and ever since then, I've always just loved the heck out of Glaceon. So Professor Oak gave you probably Charmander. Professor Rowan probably gave you Chimchar. And Professor K gave me Glaceon. So that's how that went down here. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So actually, let me explain to you guys Glaceon VStar. So Glaceon VStar here is a 260 HP water type. It's got 2 attacks here. Icicle Shock. For 2 water and a color, does 180, and your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat next turn. It's not bad, honestly. Not being able to retreat's okay. And the damage is, I mean, you could 2-shot almost anything, but we do run some things to boost up that damage to make it a 1-shot. Crystal Star as its V-Power, though, ooh, this one's really good. So, same energy requirement does 220, and you prevent all effects of attacks. Oh, is it, okay, no, it's all damage. You prevent all damage done to this Glaceon VStar here. And it doesn't matter, like, what the Pokemon is. It could be a basic, Stage 1, Stage 2, V, VMAX, VStar, doesn't matter. It's not getting damage next turn. So that's really cool. We are going to go ahead and run 2 of those Glaceons. And I am running 1 copy of Glaceon VMAX just because it is still a pretty decent card. So VMAX is take 3 prizes when they're knocked out, and V-Stars only take 2. His ability Crystal Veil is still pretty decent. Prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by Pokemon VMAX, except Glaceon. So if there's a mirror match with 2 Glaceons, they can still damage each other. But other than that, you're being protected. V-Stars are I feel like they are going to replace VMAXs, but not yet. VMAXs are still kind of relevant. So this does come up a bit. And Max Icicle isn't bad either. 150, and you're able to do 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench. So able to get some bench sniping in there as well. So it's not a bad card at all. You could take out the Glaceon VMAX if you wanted to, but I think having the 2-1 split. Alright. And they do evolve from Glaceon V, which we are running 4 copies of. Now, you did get a promo Glaceon V in the box where you got the V-Star in, and it's not bad. I personally still just prefer this one here because of Frozen Awakening. You search your deck for a Pokemon that evolves into this. So that doesn't limit you to just Glaceon VMAX. You could also use this attack to go into your Glaceon V-Star on your first turn if you're going second. So on your turn 1, just being able to set up a Glaceon V-Star right away is really good. But also VMAX important too in case you are going against a VMAX deck. But again, the Glaceon that we got as a promo is not bad either, because I believe that allows you to accelerate energy for the deck. So I might replace it with that eventually. But again, right now I'm still liking the V that we got from Evolving, guys. And I know people are sick of seeing this, but it's just too good. We are running the Drizzile lineup here. So we got the 4 Sobble, 4 Drizzile, and we have a 1-1 Inteleon line here. One with quick shooting and the shading dealing. I know. Shading dealings is just too good, though. This one allows you, when it's evolved, to search for 1 trainer. This one allows you to search for 2 trainers. And not to mention, you can use their attacks if need be. Aqua Bullet 120 does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so it's a cheaper version of the Max Icicle. So it's really not bad. Again, it's not going to come up a lot, but it can. That's the most important here. And last up for the Pokemon, I am running 2 copies of Lumineon V. 2 copies for me here, mainly because searching out supporters can really come in handy. And this deck, it's okay to run multiple Lumineon because you are able to use its attack for return. It does 120 damage. You shuffle this Pokemon, all cards attached to it to the deck. I've heard a lot of people saying they don't want to play this card because its attack isn't generic like Tapu Lele's was. Because Tapu Lele's was generic, and Eldegoss at the very least had the option of going back to the deck as color requirement. This, you have to play Water Energy. So, yeah, I mean, we're playing nothing but Water Energy, so this works out perfectly fine. And that will wrap it up for the Pokemon lineup. And now I'm going to show you guys the supporters that we got here. For the most part, it's a pretty basic lineup here. Got our 4 copies of Professor's Research. Any deck, almost any deck you're running, you want to max out on this. There's some exceptions, but not many. We are going to be running 3 copies of Melanie in here because it's a water deck. Melanie's amazing for it. You attach a water energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon V, and then you get to draw 3 cards afterwards. So it's kind of like Welder for water Pokemon. Not as good, obviously, but the best we got. And again, it's a pretty good card. I am running 2 copies of Raihan here because there's actually a point of running Raihan now in a lot of decks. You didn't really see this card too much before because in VMAX decks, there wasn't a because you can only use one of them per. Since you collect 3 prizes when you knock them out, but since we're mainly relying on V-Stars here and they only take 2, you can actually play more than one Raihan. And Raihan's amazing. When one of your Pokemon's knocked out, you get to play this card, you attach a basic energy from your deck to one of your Pokemon, and you get to search for a card. So, this is way better than the Melanie, but this requires one of your Pokemon to be knocked out, so that's why I have a split here of this. But yeah, if you ever have the choice and you are able to play either one of these that turn, play the Raihan. Always play the Raihan. It's literally just so amazing. And of course, we are running 2 copies of Boss's Orders here. Nothing really to explain here, just get one of our opponent's bench Pokemon to be active. And with that does it for our supporter lineup. As I said, it's basic. Nothing really too special here. And now for our items, we've got our 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Just being able to search any Pokemon's really, really nice. And we've got 3 copies of Evolution Incense. Get any Evolution Pokemon. We have 3 copies of Choice Bell here. Now, my Choice Bell count is a little bit high in this deck because it fixes the math really, really well. So recall that the Glaceon VStar regular attack Icicle Shot does 180 damage, right? This does 30 more damage to a Pokemon V. So you attach that here, that's 210. Like that hits not every basic V, but that one shots a lot of the basic Pokemon V out there. And you pair that up with a single, where is it? Right here. You pair it up with a single quick shooting. That's 230. That one shots just about every basic Pokemon V in the game. So really, really awesome there to fix that math. Once again, though, you are 2-shotting everything, so anything higher than that, you don't gotta worry about it too much. But if you're able to fix the math to 1-shot the majority of what's in the metagame, then it's worth running a high amount. Some decks you only want to run like 2 copies of Choice Belt, but again, I can't stress enough, 3 is perfect. And speaking of things to run in a deck, we are also running 2 copies of Snow Leaf Badge. So what's really cool about this is that this still works for Glaceon VStar, because its wording is that the Pokemon V its cards attached to has Leafeon or Glaceon in its name. It has no retreat cost and no weakness, which is really, really good, because the Glaceon's weak to Metal, and Metal's still a pretty powerful deck. So definitely want to take care of that. And hey, having free retreat is always nice. Not to mention, there are going to be times where the Choice Belt isn't going to come up, because 1 prizer decks are a little more prevalent. We are also running 2 copies. Which, yeah, having a free retreat's nice, but also having a way just to switch out. Gonna be running 2 copies of Cabaceous Bucket, because we all love Professor's Research from back in the XY era, so why not run it for Water Energy specifically? And for our stadium count here, I'm running 3 copies of Collapse Stadium. It's really more than just have like a counter stadium in this deck here. You could potentially run the Path to the Peak, because the main Pokemon in your deck, Glaceon VStar, doesn't have an ability. but that does also show up your Lumineon, shows off your Glaceon VMAX if it comes up, but it doesn't show off your Inteleon lineup, so it's something you could do, but Collab Stadium's alright. It makes it so that players can't have more than 4 bench Pokemon, which something that I like to do with this is that fill up your bench, right? And just have like your one Lumineon there to start your supporter. Go ahead and play Collab Stadium. You get rid of the Lumineon, and that's one way to get rid of that easy 2 prizes right there. And for my water energy, I'm gonna be running 4, 8. We are running 11 basic water energy in this deck, and that's all the energy I'm running in here. You could take out some of these for, say, capture energy if you'd like to, but right now I'm happy with just the basic. Alrighty. So with that, that is going to conclude today's deck profile. If you guys enjoyed seeing this profile here of Glaceon VStar, be sure to smash the like and subscribe button, comment down below, and feel free to be a follower on YouTube, subscribe to us on Twitch. We do have a Patreon as well. If you guys are curious about that, and just overall, anything you guys do to help support us is just really, really amazing, and thank you all so much for all you do. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Drink water. See this Glaceon here? You want to know why that's not a smiley face? Because you're not drinking enough water. Alright, you all have a fantastic day. We'll see you all next time.